But what we've done, we're now going to take a little bit of a poll here, okay? So it's going to be quite simple. Southgate in or Southgate out? Simple as that. So far, it's 1-1. Rufy, the producer, is going to keep an eye on that. He's going to keep the score. And we want your input, okay? Southgate in or Southgate out? 03717.
You're sacked, mate.
Brutal. Brutal. 03717 223344. Matt is a Leicester fan. Good evening, Matty boy.
Hi, how's it going? Thank you very much for having me on.
I'm okay. Now listen, it says in front of me that you said, and in fact, I'll let you say it. Go on. What have you phoned up for?
Well, look, I'm just sick of this every time England goes to a tournament. Like, in my lifetime, which is probably, I don't know, since about 94 when I've actually really paid attention to it, right. This is the same repetitive thing after every single tournament. Get knocked out in the group stage, quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, quarterfinal. Yep. We have this every single time. When are people going to wake up to tournament football? You have to go undefeated and win probably 5 out of 7 games. And you're not talking about qualifiers, you're not talking about repetitive group stages, you're talking about a tournament. It's not that easy. You cannot isolate one game and say, like, oh, we should have beat France and now we've got knocked out. That isn't how to... Do you know how many teams go into a World Cup expecting not to lose it? One team out of 32, one, goes home not disappointed. But yet every single time, and this is me as an England fan, it's equally disappointing no matter when we don't win it. Do you think that's different for Spain? Do you think that's different for Portugal? Do you think that's different for Brazil? By the way, Mr. Pennant, I called in to say Brazil were the most overrated Brazil team I've ever seen in my football watching life. They're not in it anymore. Fair enough, Argentina are.
I know, but the Brazil manager's paid with his job.
How many teams that started this tournament that thought they had a chance? I'm not talking about like England specifically, but this is a tournament whereby you get to get it wrong marginally once. And I just think with Southgate, like, where did we start with the tournament? We don't want a back three. We didn't have a back three. We need to start Foden. We need to be more attacking. Every single metric in that quarter-final against the best team, in inverted commas, in the world, the best team, the world champions, that we could have been better off them on. If I'd have presented that to anybody before the match, it's not a case of if we win, it's how many did we win by. And I'm sick and tired of this post-mortem negative inspection of England after every time we get knocked out of the tournament. Like we're the only ones trying to win it. Yeah. Honestly, it's toe curling.
I can tell he's not happy.
He's not happy.
He's not happy. I can tell.
Yeah, but the thing is with, you like your Germany get knocked out or your Spain. Spain, recently won the Euros. They've got something to show the nation that they've won something. We have not won something for how many? 60, I can't even work it out. Nearly 60 years now. Brazil have won the World Cup 5 times. They've won it more time. They won the World Cup more times than Argentina and England and France, all put together. So
right, but it's not a perfect procession.
Yeah, I know. But
you don't get to the quarterfinal, semi-finals, final, and then you're guaranteed to win it. How long did Spain go without winning any? How long did France go without winning any?
So Matt, are you happy? Are you happy for each major tournament to come along for us to get to the quarterfinals knocked out, semi-finals knocked out? Are you happy for us to do that? The team that we're producing in these tournaments, are you happy to accept that? To go, it's just World Cup. It's the Euros. We'll get knocked out. Don't worry about it.
The conversation isn't binary. You're saying to me, do you want to go for... I'm a vegan. I'm not. But if I was, do you want to go for a burger?
No, I'm just saying Southgate should go.
No, but you're not, though. You're giving me like a question where there's 2 answers. Football is so complicated. Over the course... Look at my team, Leicester. Right? The first 6 games of the season, if that was England, we don't get out the groups. But then the next 8, and we almost get to the mid-table, and we go from having the worst defensive record to having the best defensive record in the next 8 games.
Yeah, but that's the joy of Premier League. You've got 38 games.
No, exactly,
tournament, you've only got,
Exactly. And that's the
But
thing.
what's exactly about it?
it's such a precious commodity, a win in a tournament. You cannot put all the myopic.
Do you know what? Listen, Matt. You make some very good points. But this is why I'm very torn on this. Where I will have a problem with what you're arguing putting through is that actually this is his third tournament, Southgate. I would give him one more, but that. If, let's say, for argument's sake, we go to the Euros in 18 months and Gareth is our manager, and we come up short in the semi-finals, that noise is only going to get louder. And I think Gareth has got one more tournament left in him, unless of course he wins it. But right now, that conversation hopefully won't be had. But that's what we do. That's what you should do. You should talk about it.
It's what managers. You're up in the Premier League with the top teams when they don't, like a Liverpool or Man U or Arsenal, when they don't challenge for the trophy, they come up short. After a certain amount of time, they think, right, this manager cannot take us there. We will get a new one.
Well, I tell you what, if Roman Abramovich was in charge of the FA, Southgate's gone.
Oh,
so he might not even have lasted after the Euros. That would have been, if he's in charge of a top six club and you fail to win. You've had that long. Not many of those big heads would keep you there. Not many would.
Yeah, because it's getting through the groups, it's getting through certain stages, but coming to the bigger teams, and then we're just lacking. And I think it's in-game management as well that's costing us dearly. For some reason, he just hasn't got the knack for it.
But isn't it true that it's just again a penalty kick away from take it to extra time, a penalty kick away from winning the Euros?
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been a penalty, really. It was a stupid challenge.
It was a mad decision, but it's a penalty.
I know it's a penalty, but really, someone with a sane brain in their head will think,
the referee. Can we just have a talk with the referee?
And
he stunk the place
do that challenge. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Can we agree the referee stunk?
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of madness got as a penalty, but you can't say ifs and buts.
You got to score in those moments. I get it. So it's 2-1. Gareth in. I'm keeping my job. Let's go and speak to. Let's go and speak to Mohammed, who's a Man United fan. Mohammed, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, sir? You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thanks for phoning up. Where did you watch the game at the weekend?
I watched it at home, to be honest. I'm not a United fan. Sorry, that's been a mistake.
Who's your team?
Honestly, I support Liverpool.
Oh, my guy.
Oh, okay. How's that happened then? How's Mohammed got down as a Man United fan?
They're
changing it. They're changing it now.
Sorry, I'm a Liverpool fan.
They put you down as Man City now. No.
They're taking the biscuits.
No, Mohammed.
On air. Thank you so much.
Do you know what, Mohammed? Do you know what they're doing? Oh my God! Do you know what they're doing? They're just changing the name in front of me. I can see it. You're now an Everton fan, Mohammed. How's that feel?
No, but thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
I feel honoured.
No, thanks for coming on. You're a West Ham fan now, by the way. They just changed it again. Stop there. They're horrible behind there. Go on, Mohammed. What do you want to say?
Basically, obviously, I've been hearing for the last 20 minutes or so what the other people have to say and give their opinions. I'm obviously with the opinion of, I know Southgate, obviously since taking over, I congratulate him, and I want to say that he has galvanized the squad and brought about a togetherness. Because if you think about it, before he took over, England were in utter turmoil. He's taken us to a semi-final. He's taken us in the previous World Cup to a semi-final. We narrowly missed on a 2-1 defeat, and then we went to the finals, or Euro finals. But I just think, honestly, I'm not saying that because of the game, but we have to look everything in perspective. I think, honestly, as an England fan and born and bred in, I just think, we can do with a new manager. Honestly, nothing. That's not taking anything away from Southgate, who's been.
Do you want him out? You want him out, Mohammed? Just sack him.
To be honest, that would be harsh to use those words.
What are you going to do then?
I would. If I was the FA, I would tell him you can obviously resign. I wouldn't sack him because.
What if he says no?
Well, that's fair play to him then. I would put it on the table. I'll put that on the table. Like, listen, you've taken us.
So basically,
we believe you've taken us as far as you can. But I just think some of the decisions he's made, honestly, to be honest, if that is another team, Argentina or France, they win. They don't beat around the bush and say we we should have won or we could have won. They just get to the bottom point. We lost. That's not good enough. I want to see that mentality. Yes, we've been better in the last 2 tournaments, but I just feel with a new manager putting new ideas and getting more out of this, group of players that Southgate has brought together. Honestly, we can win the next tournament, but I just don't think it's with Southgate, because I think what's happened, if you think about the last results, we were relegated from the Nations League. If you think about those results...
So basically you're sacking me, aren't you?
No, I wouldn't sack him.
No, well then what are you going to do? I'm staying in my job.
I would tell him, as an politely and nicely, that you resign. You resign from your post.
That's good as...
Just
Marvin, listen, appreciate the question. So he's Southgate out. That's 2-2.
We'll just give him a new position.
Here's a question for you, right? It's one thing saying Southgate out. Fine. Who are you going to bring in? And by the way, even though you're going to phone up and say Poch is out of work, Tuchel's out of work, from what we know, the FA, if they do change, and they will have to at some stage, of course, their idea, their dream is to continue having a British-style manager. So think about that.